just took a bowl, put a handle on it, stuffed it with horsehair and covered it with, guess what, Gänzefleisch, goose skin. So he finally made use of his thing. I don't know why he used goose skin, but it must have worked really well, because Bibles that are still in existence are just beautiful. So this is the way he would roll the ink onto the ink ball, by turning and rocking it and rolling it onto the ink ball. So hence we know that Gutenberg was the first rock and roller. Now he used 2 ink balls because that would speed up the process of inking. So he has to rub the ink balls together so that they're both exactly the same. We've got to get the ink perfectly smooth over the whole surface of the ink ball, the same thickness. Now we have to come straight down with the ink balls to get the ink just on the tops of those letters. If we went like that, it'd smear off onto the edges, wouldn't fill the letters in. So coming straight down, we begin to apply the ink to the tops of those letters. Okay, I think we're about ready to go. What's the next thing he has to have to print on?
Paper.
Well, something to print on. He printed about 180 copies of that first Bible, 40 of them on animal skin, and the rest of them he was able to print on paper. Paper had just been invented in China and had come to Europe through Italy. Now the paper was being made for the scribes, and so it was hard and slick, didn't work very well with Gutenberg's oil-based ink. So he had to soften the paper by dampening it. He's got to figure out how to print on the other side and line it up exactly. And so here's the answer to that problem, the tympan and the frisket. We'll open it up here. This is called the tympan. It's just leather over a frame that provides a place for us to put our paper on. These little points called duckbills position it up and down. And then the mark left and right here. Now watch this. These pins poke through the paper. And when he prints on the other side, he puts the paper back on through those same holes. And that gives him perfect alignment between the front and the back. It's still basically the same system that's used on printing presses even today, pin register. Now the frisket comes down to hold the paper against the tympan. It's cut out there where we're going to print. It also allows us to lift that paper back up off that sticky type without smearing it or tearing it because it's damp. So we're ready to fold the bed of the press under the platen. The next thing that happens is to pull a handle which turns the screw and lowers the platen and presses the paper against the inky type. The person that did this was called a very exotic name, the puller. 2 hands up there and pull it towards you as
hard as you can.
Try to make a good impression.
Don't break it.
Okay, now notice the size of the platen is really quite small. Because the bigger the platen is, the more power it takes to get sufficient impression. So we just printed the one page, so we've got to roll it out and get the other page.
Pull it as hard as you can.
Okay,
Hard.
come on,
Don't
gotta make a good impression. Both on up.
That's what Gutenberg did.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. It's hard.
Did it?
Yeah, how'd you like to do that all day long?
You'd have some arm muscles.
All right, now we're going to roll it out. Now listen quietly, and you can hear the frisket lift that paper
This is called
off that sticky
the
type.
press kiss.
Oh boy.
We did pretty good.
Wow.
You did a pretty good inking job and a pretty good pulling job.